I've been living in London for a year and a half now. I came straight from Cambridge after I graduated, so I spent the end of 2015 and all of 2016 living in London, and I've been in the same flat the whole time. But this is about to change because I'm moving out in 2 weeks. So far I've been living with 2 other computer science friends from uni, but we've essentially all decided to move a little bit closer to where we work. Unfortunately, this means I won't be living with them anymore, so I'm going to be living with this guy instead. This is Claudio. He is from Switzerland. I've known him for a few years now. He occasionally popped up in my Cambridge vlogs. We did jailbreak together where we dressed up as bananas that looked like Pikachu and ran around London until we raised enough money to fly to Turkey. But anyway, like I said, moving out in 2 weeks. We don't have anywhere to move into yet, but before we talk about new apartments, I want to give you a tour of my bedroom in this one because that's something I haven't done yet. So coming in, we see that this is a decent sized room. Got a double bed, I've got some furniture in the corner where everything is stored. My desk, which is the same one that I used to have at home, so if you watch older room tours, that is the same desk, which really conveniently fits in that gap. The ceiling is slanted because this is on the top floor in like the attic part of the building. Some more drawers here, and this is a shower. It's not an ensuite bathroom, it's just a shower, which is very odd but convenient at the same time. In here we literally just have a shower, there's nothing else to it. These drawers just have random bits and pieces in. There's some money in there, there's some matches. The bottom drawer has a selection of DVDs, PS2 games and PS3 games. The ugly cables that go underneath here is so I can have that speaker and this lamp. There are no sockets behind there, so the cable goes under here, under my bed, round the back of the drawers, and the sockets are in the wall behind the wardrobe. Moving under the bed, random storage. I've got some of these big white boxes from IKEA full of some more games and DVDs, compressed air, other like cleaning things, some screwdrivers, and lots of batteries at the back there. I've got a bag full of lighting equipment and tripods. I've got a microphone stand. Around the front I've got another big tripod, a Manfrotto tripod, and at this side I have more boxes, laundry in this one. This one is full of stationery, and this one is full of camera equipment, microphones, headphones, things like that. Above my bed, this is something I only did recently. I left the walls bare for like 8 months, but this is just lots of photos. I got them printed through Photobox. They're like the Polaroid style, and then they're just pegged onto some string, which uses little command clips to attach to the wall. The idea is they don't leave any damage when you take them off. I will find out in a few days. Next to my bed, more furniture that I brought from home. A fan clipped on there because this room gets surprisingly warm, even during some of the colder months, but in summer that was just nice for when I was in bed. Another lamp which matches that one over there. I think they're from Argos. And a candle from IKEA. These ones don't burn very well though, so I wouldn't recommend. Underneath here I have my projector. Again, this is something you can find in my old room tour from when I lived back at home in my parents' house. This used to be on the ceiling, which is a much better place to put it. You can see under here I've got a cork that I coloured in black, and some cardboard over there to put it at this really funny angle so it can project onto that wall up there. The picture comes out a little bit wonky, but it's the best I could get because I can't drill into the ceiling in rented accommodation, apparently. Unfortunately, in this enclosed little space and on top of this AV receiver, it gets quite hot. So what I've got are 2 fans here, which they're designed to cool computer equipment, but I've got them strapped to the side of here with some cable ties. And they're plugged into a USB socket, this one right here. And this, you can kind of just see it back here, it's just an extension. But this is one of those ones that has a master plug and the others only turn on when the master plug turns on. And this AV receiver is in the master socket. So when I turn this on, the fan starts spinning, the lights on the projector come on, so I can now turn that on. The lights on my PS2 and my PS3 come on, and then when I turn this off, the lights go out and the fan stops spinning. So that keeps everything cool. It directs the hot air away from my bed because that was pretty uncomfortable, and it all works very nicely. There's an HDMI cable which is plugged into the back of that and goes all the way around the back and into my laptop. We'll get to this stuff a little bit later. At the bottom under the AV receiver, this is just basically a plastic box, and inside there it's got a lot of cables and chargers. On top, battery chargers for all of the cameras that I have. Here we've got a tablet and some external batteries. I'm a big fan of Anker batteries. I take these everywhere I go. Very useful to charge things when I go on holiday. And like I said, my PlayStations. I don't have a lot of time to play these anymore. I'm yet to get a PS4. Moving on, this set of drawers was already here when I moved in. It's just full of clothes. I'll not take you through all of that. On top, this is my 600D. I'm still using this as my DSLR. Maybe 2017 is the year I upgrade this. I'm currently using a G7X to film this now. Here I've got two IKEA plants. This one is real. The one which is drooping and maybe dying. This one that looks fine is fake. This is Harry. I'm trying to look after him. I hope he's alright. Here, hairspray, vitamin pills. This is something that I got for free from Stonewall's website. On top of here, I've got a random ring binder. And this is an air purifier. And next to this is a fan heater. And these are plugged in up here to this extension which is attached to the top of the notice board. So then I can turn the air purifier on and the fan heater on with those handy switches. And finally we get to the corner with my desk in it. So this is a MARKUS chair from IKEA. I've got a lot of stuff from IKEA in this room. Great chair. It does come with arms. I just don't have them on because it takes up a lot of space, and this way I can push it under my desk. Boards I added recently, I think they really make it look a bit more interesting. A bigger one and a smaller one from Ryman. Again, using command strips to hold them onto the wall. This side I've got one of those stick-on whiteboards that you can roll off and tear, and static makes them stick to the wall. On my desk, let's start at the left. This is a Tannoy Reveal 402 speaker. I got this to review a while ago and I really like them, so I keep using them now. This monitor I've had for a long time now. This is a Dell U2410 24-inch from 2010. It still works and I really like it. I think it's a great monitor. If you want to buy a new one, I wouldn't recommend somebody buy this now because you can buy better ones. But I'm very reluctant to replace my things when they still work fine. They do what I bought them to do. This is a Macbook Pro. This is the one that I bought in 2012 before I went to Cambridge. All the way through university, used this every day, still use it every day now. I edit all of my videos on this thing. This is my only computer that I use, and it still works really, really well. I'm probably not even going to have to upgrade it this year. Very, very impressed by this particular 2012. It's the Retina display one. I think it's mid-2012. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it's been great. No complaints. Apple wireless mouse and keyboard. I've had these for like 7 years now. These are the ones which take batteries instead of using the lightning cable like the new ones. But again, they work. Absolutely no problems with them. This is a lamp from IKEA, of course. Behind here, we've got another fake IKEA plant, which you can see when I close my laptop. And this is a Western Digital 8TB Thunderbolt hard drive. It's got 2 hard drives inside. This is where I store everything. It's got all my photos, all my videos, everything to do with YouTube on that hard drive. That's why it's so huge. This is the left speaker that is plugged into the AV receiver, so when I watch stuff on my projector, it uses this speaker, and this is obviously the Wright Tannoy speaker. Moving under my desk, you'll see there's a mess of things here. Now, what I've done is I've got like a plank of wood, which I bought, and this is held against the bottom of my desk, like the underside, and it's got lots of holes in, and through those holes I've got string to hold various devices on. So here I've got a Raspberry Pi. It's not turned on at the minute. After I move, I'm currently working on a home automation project, and I'm going to use some Raspberry Pis to aid in that. More about that in future videos when I've actually got something to show. This is a network switch. This flat is a masonette, which means it's got 2 floors. The router is downstairs. So what I've got is a home plug thing plugged in there, which goes to the router. So I get Ethernet coming out of there. It goes into the switch. One of the ports then goes to this Thunderbolt dock, which is connected to my laptop. Another one goes to this server over here, which has 4 hard drives inside, giving me 12 terabytes. And I've got NAS for free installed as the operating system on there, and that acts as a network time machine drive. So my laptop backs up onto that every hour. I've got another cable from here which goes to a little Nano router, which is hanging under there. So then that gives me Wi-Fi up here, because the one from downstairs is hard to reach from this room. This little thing is a DMX to USB converter, so I can plug like disco lights into my laptop and control them that way. If anyone's interested in how exactly this is set up, I could do another video, but it's fairly simple. These are the things you'd use for like a latch lock that you'd then put a padlock through, and they're just screwed into the desk, and then little pieces of wood are just holding this in, so it's really easy to remove. I just pull the wood out and the thing drops down. One other modification I made to this desk, very hard to see, but on the back I've got some Belkin power extensions screwed into the wood, so all of my stuff is plugged in on the back of this, and it's really cool. It means like my desk is very self-contained, and it just has 3 cables which leave 2 for power and 1 for Ethernet to go into the wall there. And then of course it's got HDMI and speaker cables which go this way off to the AV receiver. I've got 2 windows in my room, and the weather's not the greatest today, but I have a really nice view out of this window. In the distance you can see Big Ben and the London Eye. You can see the top of the House of Parliament, you can see the Shard. I've shown this view in a lot of vlogs, and it's actually just from my bedroom window. So this is my room. This is where I've been living for a year and a half, and I'm literally going to start pulling all of this stuff down and packing now, ready to move. Like I said, we're moving out in about 2 weeks. We have to hand our keys over. I don't have anywhere new to move to yet. Me and Claudio are working on that. I'll tell you more in the next video. Thanks for watching.